got to say action when we go, by the way.
Action.
Yes, you're already better than Kirsten. What's up, all you cool snakes and neonates? How's it going? I hope you're all keeping well. So, we're in the car, we're driving, hands on the steering wheel. You might have guessed it by now, but we're going to go pick up some animals. It's me and my mate Kyle here. Kyle, say hello, mate.
Hello.
You can turn the camera around if you want.
I'm good.
He's good. So guys, it's a tricky one today. We're picking animals up from a guy, and we're getting some really unusual, you could even potentially say rare animals, so it's kind of going to be exciting to work with them, but at the same time, the circumstances we're getting them aren't actually fantastic. The reason the guy is giving us the selection, it's one of the followers. He came to me and was like, Reptile Rich, you know, I would really like you to take these animals from me. The guy is taking ill in health. He's going to be going in and out of hospital and stuff like that, and he is having to give us his animals. So in that sense, it's not great. This guy loves his animals, as I often say when these rehousing things come along. It's someone that loves their animals. They're doing the best thing for their animals, which is 100% the right thing to do, but it's heart-wrenching because these are this guy's babies. These are animals that, like I say, are quite rare. They definitely aren't the cheapest of animals to buy, so it's he's obviously passionate about them. He's been selective with the species he's wanted, and now life's thrown a horrible curveball at him and he's having to give up his babies. So in that sense, I take no pleasure in taking these animals. At the same time, like I say, it's quite exciting because these are animals I'm going to get to sort of give a good home to, look after well, and the guy's going to get to see them on the channel and things like that, so we can take some sort of salvation out of that the animals are going to go to a good home, and this is what he wants, so this is what's going to happen. So we are driving, we're going to drive all the way down to Greenock. We will see you guys at the other end. Back in the house with all the animals. It's actually a couple of days later. We got the animals back, we took some footage, but with lighting and all that stuff, it wasn't fantastic. We didn't film down there. You guys know I often don't film at these things. I often plan to film when I go and take animals off people, but I sometimes just end up not doing it. We took the light and the phone and everything down to do it, but when it got down to it, we really just sort of, it was just a quick handover and done and dusted. The lovely gentleman that gave us these animals, it was very hard for him, and I often say that, all these things. In fact, I've yet to rehome an animal, I think, or take in a pet or an animal and film it, the whole handover happening, just simply because these are someone's beloved pets and it can be quite a hard moment for them. And this definitely was a hard moment for this lovely person. So the lovely person that gave us these animals also gave us a ton of gear as well to go with them, which has helped massively, hugely. And then we also had a lovely person the end of last week Gav actually donated a big 6-foot arboreal viv with a couple of bits and bobs, electronics and things like that as well. There'll be a build video coming with that in the future because it's a little bit old. It could do with some touching up. A couple of panels need replacing and we're probably going to paint it. Plus there's no room in here to do it, so it's currently in bits in the attic right now. But first things first. Of course guys, it wouldn't be a rehoming without a royal python, would it? This old boy here is called Homer. He's about 13 years old. He's an old lad. He's a big old lad. He's actually a really good sized royal. He's a big boy. He's a nice healthy weight. He's a good size. He is about 13 years old. This guy had him from a baby. So he had him for 13 years. That's not an easy animal to rehome at all in any stretch. So we need to make sure that this guy gets a good home for the rest of his days. This old boy has been retired into the bedroom, away from any traffic. Nice peace and quiet for him. He's actually in shed right now. As far as I'm aware, he's just a normal male royal python. So this is Homer. So next up, we're going to take a look at an animal. Every single one of these guys I have dealt with in the past has been so defensive. Sort of, if you wanted to joke about it, I would say, everyone I've met has wanted to kill me. But in fact, no animal really wants to kill you, especially nothing like this. They just want to be left alone. And if you're pestering with them and they bite you, that's their way of telling you, leave me alone, stop poking fun. This girl here, this big girl, this is a really big Amazon tree boa. She has been really good in a sense. She hasn't bitten me yet. She's tried twice to bite me. She managed to bite Kyle on the tummy when we were getting her situated and settled in. This was the tub she came in. The old owner was perfectly aware she needed an upgrade, and that's just what we're going to do today. We have that big glass Exoterra that I have had for ages now. That has always been set aside for my Boega dendrophilia when I finally get my hands on a captive bred one of those, and it will be, but for the time being, that's sitting empty. I don't have a Boega, and this beautiful, lovely animal needs an upgrade. So for the time being, we're going to put the Amazon tree boa in a sort of temporary build that I've done for it over there. So let's get this big girl out. This girl, I think, is very food orientated, and I think she needs a feed. So really, she's actually really tame. She's quite a puppy dog, but I think she keys, because of those very deep heat pits in her top and bottom lip, she keys in on your heat very well, and I think because she's so food orientated, it's like, whoa, food, bang. But yeah, we'll get her out now that we've wound her up a bit. Hi big girl, you're beautiful. And I think, don't quote me on this because I am not any form of Amazon tree boa expert, but I think this is like a Halloween face. And the reason I'm using a hook, as you guys always know, is my protocol for any animal that is food orientated. Oh, you're going to take that with you. Right, come on. Now, she's a big girl. What you doing? That's my tummy. Don't do to me what you did to Kyle. Please don't bite my armpit. There we go. There we go. Look at that animal. Hey, look at that face. These guys are extremely strong. They're quite a wiry boa. The Amazon tree boas. They're not thick like your constrictors. They're tree dwellers. So they live in trees and all that kind of stuff. So let's go and put this beautiful animal. I don't know if sort of keying in on my face when she's this food orientated. Hello sweetheart, hello. I know you're hungry. Can you let go of that branch so I can get you in your new home, please? Can you do that? Let's go and put her in her new home, guys. Or try to at least. Oh, you're silly! You're making this easy. Right, you hold on to that. Pop her in there. let's take a look at the geckos that we took in. And this is a pair of Chahua geckos, or I think giant Caledonian geckos is also what they're called. This is the boy. He's beautifully dark. It's a beautiful colour, really unusually sort of that dark colour. Sometimes you look at him, he's almost black. He's stunning. Look at those eyes as well. Those are some stunning set of eyes. Isn't that beautiful? So these guys are from a little island called New Caledonia off of Australia. They are really cool. Quite a large gecko. They get to about 10 inches long, so they're quite a big gecko. I think they look a little similar to the Leachianus. They do like to jump. We have been playing with them a little bit, and they like to jump. He's already fixated himself on something he wants to jump to. Hey, I'm going to turn you around. There, stop it. So they have these really cool little pads on their feet that enable them to stick onto the glass and climb everything as well. And what's really cool about these guys is they actually have a prehensile tail. So they'll use that tail for climbing and holding on and things like that, which is pretty cool. They can drop their tail like other geckos, but I imagine it's a little bit stronger because it is prehensile. You can see him holding on to me there with that prehensile tail. That's pretty cool. He's showing us off there. So there we go, and you can see from those lumps there, he's definitely a boy. And there we go. Isn't that pretty cool? We'll get the girl out now and we'll show you the girl. And you can see the difference in contrast in colour. And there is the female. You can see that difference in coloration. She also has a very wavy tail. I'm not sure if that's been some sort of birth defect. But again, you can see her using that prehensile tail there when I give her the option to. You see those pads on those feet, it's pretty cool. This is more your typical colour of your Chahua gecko. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. But you can see she's also got some nice pinks along her sides as well, which is really interesting. So yeah, in the future we may get some eggs out of these guys. I'm not entirely sure. I'd imagine they're just like typical geckos and they'll lay 2 eggs, 1 or 2 eggs. Like for the time being, they were put in here just together, get them going. But they seem to be sort of managing them just fine. I have seen her going for crickets. I've not seen any of the new geckos eating yet, but I have seen them going for crickets, so that's good. So that means that they're definitely looking to eat. I imagine through the night. Of course, typical with these geckos is they're nocturnal. Yeah, look at that little face. How could you not love that little face? You're fast, man. Close up at that face as well with those eyes after. This is our new satanic leaf-tailed gecko, also known as an eyelash gecko, I think, and a fantastic leaf-tailed gecko. These guys are stunning. We won't get much bigger than this, then we get to about 3.5 inches. Small little gecko, not a terribly handleable gecko. They get stressed out, they go black, they're really dark, they get bright red eyes. But this guy, as you can see, is nearly the same colour as my skin. He is settled down absolutely fantastically. This is why they get the name Fantastic Leaf-tailed Gecko. But he is doing amazing, and isn't that a stunning animal right there? It's absolutely beautiful. These guys come from Madagascar. If you know anything from Madagascar, it's usually sort of unusual and quite difficult to get a hold of. You're looking to jump on me. These guys in the UK I would probably class as unusual to rare. It's extremely hard to get your hands on these guys, and when you do, they cost a pretty penny. You can kind of see why though with that. That is a stunning little gecko. Really easy to keep in terms of heating. They're usually good at sort of a high room temperature, 21 to sort of 25 degrees, no higher than that. Humidity, they need a good bit of humidity, just a bit higher than your typical boa, about 60-70. But yeah, this guy is absolutely stunning. Doing really well so far. Like I say, you can see he's a nice light colour, so he's nice and chilled. He's been here, this is Monday, he's been here since Friday, and he is doing fantastically well. He is just a bundle of cuteness. I think they are sort of called satanic leaf tails because they're supposed to scream and sound like a baby when they scream. Such a little animal can make such a big noise. But yeah, you can see those pads there, good for sticking onto the walls of his enclosure and climbing trees and branches and things like that. That tongue there is sitting flicking and smelling. It's a shame he won't look at the camera, but look at that face. You can see why they get called a satanic leaf-tailed gecko. But he is pretty cool. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed that. As always, like, subscribe, comment, share the page around, all that good stuff. You know what to do. If you, like these wonderful people, want to donate anything to myself, my cause, the animals, gear, whatever, if you guys want to donate, simply message Reptile Rich on Facebook. Private message me. The link is always in the description to all the videos. Sometimes not instantly, sometimes it takes me a couple of days to update the description and the thumbnail, as you guys probably noticed. Sometimes I don't get on it instantly, I upload it on my phone and then I sort of update that on the laptop for speed purposes. So yeah, simply message me on Reptile Rich at Facebook. The link is always in the description below. If you guys want to donate financially, there's a little PayPal link to donate in the description as well to help these animals along their way, to help us look after these animals, food bills, electricity bills, maintenance, all that kind of stuff, guys. Yeah, if you guys want to help me keep doing this, keep throwing these videos out, and keep doing the educational stuff at schools and things like that as well, donations are always more than welcome. Even if we don't have room for it, we can always give it a new lease of life and sell it on or stick it in the attic like we have done with that arboreal viv, because I have future plans for an animal for that one. Trust me, watch this space. But yeah, so for me, Homer, Tango, the Amazon tree boa, the Chahu geckos, the satanic leaf-tail, and all of the other gang here, guys. Take it easy. Peace.